I'm sorry to say this, guys, but I'm gonna torture you again.
How?
No.
Torture us by running away.
Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy.
First, it's storybook time.
Yep, story time.
Oh, it's been a while since we last did story time. Or, never mind.
Which we should just
that-
walk
wrong
right
way.
off.
Stupid depth perception.
Story time's that way.
We should have unlocked.
Oh.
We should have unlocked all the storybook, didn't we? Now,
I think
because we
so,
beat the
yeah.
game.
Yeah, we already beat the game, so...
By the way, for those wondering, yes, the game was beaten, but we haven't shown it yet. The finale will be shown
Yeah.
later on. When we say we beat the game, we're past that point.
We're pretty much at the post-game now.
The telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was. That's when she remembered her father's telescope.
Good thing she brought it with her.
Yay!
She had this the whole
Peeking into
time?
the telescope,
Yes.
a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbid. How strange. It's so far away, but feels so close.
Yeah.
Aw, look at that.
She twisted the knob of the telescope until the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her.
How long has it been since we left?
Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet.
Wait, was that?
It looks like Earth.
Ooh.
She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled
Look like
down.
Mario and Luigi with the red and green.
We never do meet the brother, by the way.
You're right, actually, we don't.
She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill in bright and windy days.
Oh, notice the music just turned off.
And
Yeah, but and
And?
I want to go home! I want to go home right now! The little girl burst into tears, and the Loomis didn't know what to do.
What's your problem?
I want to go home! I want to go back to my house by the hill! I want to see my mother! The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears, and I'm tearing up myself.
Oh, no.
But I know she's not there! I know all along she wasn't out there because in the sky, because I'm not even ready because I'm crying!
oh, did her mother?
She's sleeping under the tree on that hill.
Jeez.
The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area.
This is a Mario game, by the way.
This is the day where Mario game dealt with death.
Like
Chapter
actual
8.
death, not just a game over, but actual death.
Yes.
Ouch.
Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Woman drew close and tried to comfort her.
Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama.
Who's your mama?
I don't know.
No! The girl said, unable to stop the tears.
Ooh.
A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin.
I have an idea.
And it was at that point we learned that Lumas do indeed have mouths.
I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey.
Hmm?
What?
What
Ooh.
the? Then the
Hello.
apocalypse
Luma,
happened.
trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky and just as quickly started to plummet back down.
No.
Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created.
He doomed us all.
The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail.
Oh jeez, he sent him on a death run.
And then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet.
No. He didn't even have any starbits to transform. That's BS.
The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking.
To be fair, we had plenty of
I
starbits on
guess me as
reserve.
Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared.
Okay.
Stars, comets, planets, we can become all of these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star and make someone special smile, said a green Luma.
But he only became bullshit levels we don't like.
A blue Luma chimed in.
That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he?
The Green
Hey.
Luma doesn't need to know that.
Aww. All the Lumas together said,
No more crying, Mama.
"Thank you," said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them.
Aww.
From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes.
Oh.
The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it.
Oh, one more chapter, I guess.
One
Final
more chapter.
Family.
Oh.
And now we come to the clip show.
With its many lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual,
I just realized we're... Oh, hold on.
"Alright everyone, let's make a cake. A cake sprinkled with star bits. Then it will be a star cake."
And low in
The lumas
calories.
excitedly began to gather the ingredients. I knew one of you was gonna do that.
Oh.
As she watched every luma scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, "This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them all with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest."
They grow up so fast.
Oh, by the way, she became a god at some point.
That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. "But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook."
So it's confirmed that her home planet is ours.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
The comet
they
carrying
keep
the
calling
lumas.
it blue.
And the girl continues on its journey to this very day.
Which was Mario's home planet, which is why they just happened to be here.
With more family members in tow that can be counted, it is said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years.
Yep.
Its proud white tail glaring in the sky.
And then the Millennium Star says,
Yeah,
"Does it have a mustache? I don't think so."
we're
Oh,
done.
Also,
That's
goodness.
that. That's the end of the story.
Also,
That's
goodness.
all. My story is finished.
Oh. And Mario's
Aw.
like,
And the moral,
go ahead.
the story is Galaxy 2 is terrible and you shouldn't like it.
Gosh.
I just saw that. I was like, "Oh, she makes a great moment. That's why. That's what Bowser Jr. needs." Now I finally get that guy who commissions James all the time. It finally makes sense to me.
Let's we talk about that the better. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to
Cataquack.
Mario
More
Galaxy.
cataquacks!
Oh yeah, these things are
Dude.
back.
And they're
From
they're
Sunshine.
annoying as fuck.
Your pet
You mean they weren't in
Cataquack.
Sunshine?
And I know
Chuckster.
someone in the comments
Pet
are likely,
cataquack.
and I know some people in the comments are likely bound to bring this up, but yes, Rosalina's old home was quite coincidentally Peach's castle, or
Yeah.
something along the lines.
Well, I also, and I do think it could be Mario's World too, because they, in the start of this whole thing, it mentioned the Star Festival that happens once every 100 years. At the
Right.
same time, that comet just happens.
That all's pretty obvious. I mean, just when you got to the point where she starts reminiscing about her own home, it's quite clear that she used to. For all we know, she may as well have been a relative to Peach, like maybe long descendant or something. But they never explicitly say it.
I think she might have been a princess in her own right, and she's just immortal.
I'm just gonna do a very harmless Google search titled Rosalina Theories. Let's see what.
Trust me, Logan, you're gonna see like a shitload of them. And I know there's one theory. I know there's one theory abound that says that apparently she's like a future daughter or something to that of, or you know, along like the long Mario and Peach's great granddaughter in the future, right? Which honestly I find is a load of bullshit.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's really
Yeah.
stretching it.
It is.
I just like to think she's more of an ancestor than an outright descendant, because honestly, that whole multiverse theory, I just think it just hurts your brain after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really
it's,
does.
in some contexts it makes enough sense, but not in this.
Nah.
Mario's always been really loose with its story.
The Mario series is a little more grounded in the more simplistic of pleasures as opposed to, like, really long stretch theories.
Oh yeah.
Even if it does have the occasional questionable thing, like, well, the most recent Peach chat.
Yeah.
It just raises so many questions.
Don't even bring up the other one.
It's too late. We already brought it up during our Captain Toad Treasure Tracker commentary.
Oh crap!
Okay,
Cool
fair
about it.
enough.
I also just remember. I also
Wait,
just
more,
noticed.
you're in the way.
We can make that. Yay! I also just noted. I also just remembered. So that also means that according to that story, the Comet Observatory itself was the first Luma she befriended.
Basically, yeah.
So like the power source is her
the
her
core.
first Luma friend.
So we helped her bring back
They've
her
been
friend.
living. They've been living on her baby the whole time.
Stop it!
Eat that, Samus.
Aw.
Get over here.
At least
She had a baby that could suck up anyone's life force. This Rosalina had a baby she lives on and still lives to this day.
That
Yeah.
sounds so bad when taken out of context.
Yes, it does, and that's why we're not going to bring it up anreanymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
That's
this.
that's a whole
Maybe
can of
we'll
worms
just-
we can open up when we eventually get to Other M or Super Metroid.
Just
Just
real quick, now that you make that apparent, it just makes me think that like whenever it comes time for all the Lumos to go to bed, the observatory just in this big booming voice goes, "Mommy, can I have a glass of milk?"
I hate to say it, but I can kind of see that.
But to be, just imagine how big the glass would have to be. You know what? That could be the entire port of the engine room.
I just know. So is it alright if I talk
Maybe-
about post-game sport? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say that maybe the glass of water is like a coolant.
Jenga.
Jenga.
Oh, yeah, that's Jenga.
Whack it. Cele, whack it. You're supposed to hit it. Or do that, or get hit. That is an apt strategy. I did not think of
I
that.
don't know why Link likes these things.
I don't think Cele's ever played Jenga before.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I haven't. I know what it entails, but I never actually played it.
So that's
I'm
why she
fairly
didn't
good
quite
at
have that. It didn't occur to her to actually start spinning.
knock it over. Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
So I just remembered. Okay, so there is a theory that I think could hold water. I was reading it here. That makes sense, but it delves with things we see at the end. Should I hold on to the theory until we get to like the end game?
I guess.
I mean,
I don't think it matters because a lot of people
Wait,
know
what
the
the-
ending already.
not to mention, I'd rather save the end. I'd rather save the end for our final thoughts anyway.
Okay, so I'll discuss this theory when we get to that point at the end of the end.
So basically, during our post-part discussion.
Well, I guess it's a theory that explains perhaps who Rosalina is, but it deals with the explanation that helps tie everything together and explains how she is who she is involves something we learn in the ending cutscene of the game.
Oh, look at you, Cele, trying to break through that sequence as if it were nothing. But unfortunately, the Jenga piece is just too high.
Oh God!
Ah!
And that bug was
okay.
James incarnate saying, "No, stop it."
Do it
You're
the
doing
way
it
Nintendo
wrong.
Wait till I
intended
get my
for you.
hands on that Goomba stomping prick! Oh wait, that's me.
Wait till I get my hands on.
I just want those coins.
Well, you gotta knock the
To be
brick.
fair, I'm pretty sure that's in the game somewhere. Oh wait, that's right, Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
At least
Well, we could just bring
Yeah,
the
that's what I
Cacquac
was about
here.
to suggest.
Hey,
Actually, I don't think they even brought back Red Cacquac, so rejoice.
hooray!
Yeah, thank God.
They're just nothing more
I
than
don't
the means
think they do.
to progress.
Whoops. Sorry, Wiggler.
Okay, I'll tell you guys this after the recording because I don't want to forget this theory before I lose my chance to. But I'll tell you the theory after our recording.
Fair enough.
But I'll save the
Alright.
actual mention of it until the finale.
Yeah, I just don't want to dwell
Assuming you
on
remember.
theories for that long because, well, again.
Well, no,
it's
it's just
Mario
it is one theory, and I think it's the theory that holds the most water.
Right back. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay then.
Yahoo! Hooray!
So, now what?
Well,
Yeah, I
I
don't
guess.
remember what comes next.
Actually, judging from the thumbnail, oh great, we have to fight that thing.
What thing?
I'll leave you guys in suspense.
No.
Let's just say you might feel a little bit of.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Never
purple
mind.
comet.
More purple comments.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Speaking
we're
of which,
doing more purple comments.
this element is probably the
Hey, I can't talk today.
this element is probably the most annoying of the scavenger hunt type missions.
Yeah, one of the most annoying.
Just because they're a little too spread out for my liking.
I prefer those over Sea Slide, though.
I guess. We'll get more into that one later. But anyway. Oh yeah, by the way,
I always forget.
yeah.
And not only is this a scavenger hunt, and it's a scavenger hunt with ice
Poor,
physics.
poor Mailtoad. I wonder what happened to
Why
him.
is that Toad wearing a snorkel?
He tried to go deep into the water.
I'm trying to talk to him.
Ground pound. You have to jump and ground pound.
Yeah, I was trying to, and it wouldn't let me. There it goes.
There you go. Anyway, what's up, Mailtoad?
I looked in the water, but there were no purple coins. Can't
Turbo snorkel.
Here, let me help you with that. No, please!
Why did you come here with a snorkel?
I just imagine Mario trying to pull it out for him and just rips off his face.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Actually, Barry, it's like Mario rips it off. You see the cap.
Hey, I didn't know this was a hat. It wasn't.
And that's a sad thing, too, because I think that was made canon, that those are technically
Yeah,
part of their heads.
it was made
Yeah.
canon.
Especially with Odyssey, considering, well, they all wear hats. Actual hats.
On hats on top of their caps.
Eat that, Deke.
Oh goodness.
Don't worry about those.
I'm a
Really matter
leech.
in this game.
Just worry about the purple coins.
But I want to be a fancy little miser.
I feel
Something
like,
like
I
that.
think I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I feel like the Galaxy games are where the coins are the most... They feel the most arbitrary.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
I
a
mean, they're there for the
challenge.
sake of healing yourself, but that's about it. Like, you could easily replace
mean-
those with, like, regular hearts from, say, Odyssey, and you would have lost absolutely nothing.
They're not.
Well, yeah, because the
they're not
1-ups are now tied to
that
your
bad
star
in the-
bits.
Like
Oh, I hate this. I
when it
hate
comes
this
to
so
replay,
much.
when it comes to
Alright.
replayability.
I don't know if I feel the same way about that, Gwei. Just, I mean, the yellow coins in themselves, they're just there for the sake of healing you, and there's not enough...
Oh, I mean,
there's usually not
they're
enough...
just there
I mean,
for the
the sake
purple
of being
coins.
What?
I mean, I meant the purple coins.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
Oh.
no, I'm not talking about the purple coins. Those are fine. I'm just saying, like, the regular yellow coins are the most arbitrary in this game.
Yeah.
Just because, again, aside from healing you, they really don't do anything else. Like, there's not,
Yeah.
there's never enough coins to get you an extra life. That's what the star bits end up being. And not to mention, like, yeah, that's, you already have the purple coins for 100 coin missions, so it's like, why are these even here?
Exactly.
You may as well
That
just
is true.
stick to the star bits.
I guess it's just then that's why they do start changing that with later games. They just outright start making them hearts.
I want to say, well, that and also gold coins I think have a little more purpose in Galaxy 2. Not that it need, because there actually are hungry Lumas that eat those too.
No.
Wait, you'll catch a cold!
So tired.
So tired.
All right, the Alto was me, or I forget. I was
That
that
was
the blue
my
toad or
best
the?
attempt.
You were
Yeah.
Yellow Toad.
Meanwhile,
Oh, still whatever.
and meanwhile, like while that toad's asleep, the other toad's like,
Time to seize an opportunity.
and just turns him into a snow toad.
Oh, that was worse. That was worse than I was thinking. I was thinking of them reenacting that one scene from the second Star Wars movie.
I'm the snow master.
That would
Master of
be-
the snow.
It's called finding a warm place to sleep hype, and that's all I'll say.
Oh, look, there's...
Look, I know it sounds weird, but we were desperate. We needed to preserve our body heat.
And the yellow toad had to die. Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Oh, there's a dinosaur body up there. Oh no, that's not. Oh, I thought it was a dinosaur skull, like a T-Rex skull up there.
It's a toad!
Actually, now that I think about it, like the whole formation on that background kind of looks less like a dinosaur or more like a mole skull.
I can make it. I can make it.
Kinda, yeah.
Go, wall jump.
That one's
The
alright.
issue is that
There
where
you
do we
go.
go
There's
now?
Green Toad.
What's he doing?
Frozen peak. Ah, how nice.
Aw,
That's
so
good.
cute.
Very,
close
very
enough.
nice.
So now where
I can only
to?
do it. I can
We'll
only
coach
do
you
it
on
in a
that
low
later.
register. If I try to go any higher, I struggle so hard. I just lose it.
Still
just-
so
well,
you know
orange.
what?
It's not really about going high though.
Like for me, I'm not going high at all. No, I know, but to emote at all, it's a struggle.
There we go.
Doing that voice.
Wait.
Yeah, it used to be hard for me, but with practice I got it.
I mean, for some people it's easier than others.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even though I like to think I have the best Toad voice, like Hype has the easiest time keeping it without burning his throat.
Yeah, of all the voices, imagine.
Well, that's because. Then again, it's also because you're not exactly a tenor, so maybe you just have it easier than I do.
But
Maybe.
But wait, you guys. Never mind.
The less we think about it, the better.
What's kind of interesting is that the tune. I can't talk. The
Ooh.
tunes for the fire and ice flowers, like the fire flowers is a major key, the ice flower is a minor key.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
Yeah,
Because I feel,
I'm sure.
I feel like it's the other way around. I think fire is the minor key and ice is the major key.
I'm sure. I'm sure fire is major or ice
There
is
you are.
minor.
Who's the real music nerd out of all of us?
raise his hand.
I also took choir, so I was told what I was told.
I
what
took
the
choir too!
I know.
Sing me a tune, ladies.
There's only one way we can sell this. Unfortunately, we don't have any mud, so it'll have to be in Smash.
Give it time, guys. It's only 2 months away.
At the time of
Right.
recording.
Okay, oh, no, you're right, Gui, I hear it now.
Oops.
Yep.
Whoop.
Oh boy. By the way, I'm still a little miffed that they cut out the Fireflower Mario costume in Smash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
that is
weird.
odd. Of all the things to take out, like, I might be wrong. Didn't they also take out his Wario out as
They
well?
did.
Bummer.
Weird.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's really no need for it because we have Wario now, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't just cut out the more generic colors, like the green one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I guess if nothing else, I do appreciate that we now have access to the fucking wedding outfit.
And the builder
And
outfit.
yeah, and the
the
builder
Brutals.
outfit.
Does
It's
it?
brutal.
Try to face the other direction.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
There's no brutal costumes in,
Captain
Okay,
Toad.
we got.
Yeah, we're talking about
Captain
Smash
Toad.
Ultimate.
Hey, Captain Toad.
The summit. It is always the pure essence of a challenge that burns in the heart of an adventurer.
Who wrote that
Leaving
line?
from here will take all the boldness you possess. You better make sure you do a long jump.
Long jump
The
then.
running start. There we go.
I just realized, after this, you're still missing a coin.
Yep.
Where is
There's
it?
there's a
Where
long
is?
star there.
Where is it? What did I miss?
If it was that one there, I would have fucking flipped.
No, looks like it's over.
Is it?
Oh, there it is. I see it. It's on top of the peg with the red star bet.
How do we stop skating?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Ground
I
pound.
can't stop my legs.
Like I'm trying to
Backflip,
backflip.
Backflip jump.
Flip!
Backflip! Or
Oh,
that.
that works too.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
There you are.
Almost.
How did I miss
Let me
this?
get it.
There you
Okay,
go.
The
okay, at
star's
least.
right there.
Yeah, the star's not too far away.
Yeah.
Now,
Man.
how do I get across?
Oh,
that'll work.
almost.
Well,
At least
anyway,
it doesn't immediately
we
hurt
got
on
our star.
contact.
Hey, Heedless.
Yay!
Teatless.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Alright, I think I toured you guys enough for this episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about that place for a little while. At least until we meet. Well, actually, did we meet that guy yet? I forget.
Which guy?
But yeah,
The,
yeah, the freeze the
Frozen
spear
Bird?
guy. We
I
did.
think we did already. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah, we already did.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
I guess for that said, we already cleared that place out.
Yep.
Actually,
Yep.
okay. Well, anyway, see you all next part.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye bye.